Welcome. I know that there are a few people still trickling in from the cafe area. So Shauna wanted to be here today. Her son has a follow-up appointment. I know you all have been kind of keeping track of what's happening with that, so I wanted to let you know. So she asked me to run team meeting today, which I'm super excited to be able to do. For on-time trivia. Who knows the average days on market for the last 30 days?
27.
Whoa.
24.
You close?
14.
No? 25, Teresa, absolutely. So to market part 2, Maud.
25.
And is that an increase or decrease from the previous 30 days? Increase, yeah. Does anyone even know by how much roughly? By 7 days a week. So in a month, days on market have gone up by a full week, which is pretty interesting. And that, so those are stats that knowing that and having conversations, informed conversations with your clients can go a long way, making sure you're providing them value and also helping them understand what's happening. So let's go. I know we've got a couple of visitors. I've seen some new faces today. If you're brand new or visiting us, or maybe back for the first time in a while, stand up, introduce yourselves. We have today. Nobody? Everybody that's been here a couple of times before already? All right. Well, let's move into one of my favorite parts then, which is gratitude. Who has a bucket to fill, some love to share? Sean.
Well, I want to thank Ken for the absorption class. That was awesome.
It was great, wasn't it? And such a full room too. Coach Dave.
I want to share some love with our friend Sawyer Norman for accepting the ATL job and making.
You're ruining the announcement.
Sorry.
It's gonna be exciting in a few minutes.
It's gonna be exciting in a few minutes. Sorry.
Ready? Rewind.
All right, who else has some gratitude? Right. Yeah. That's nice. When you just had a birthday, didn't you, just a couple of days ago?
Yeah.
Happy belated birthday. There's a couple others that are, there's a lot of August babies. So last week, Justin Kuchar was our cultural icon. He's here. And I know he's around. And we'll give him a minute. And come back to this slide when he shows up. So Broker Dave, what do you have for us today? Share your wisdom.
Wisdom. That's code word for old guy talk. Where are you guys at mindset wise?
Unbelievable.
I'm just, okay, we'll talk real. This is old guy talk, okay? Closings were down this week. Woo, right? So you guys working or what? Okay. I'm just playing with numbers, and I just, you know what that is?
17.
Very good, 17. That's the number of weeks till Christmas.
Oh, no.
Wow. It's that talk. Yeah.
17 days.
You know what that is? You're not gonna be buying Christmas presents and getting them wrapped and everything, so we're wiping off that last week.
That's what you think.
Because we've got a few holidays and stuff in there. So if you take that, how many days a week do you guys work?
12.
7. Well, realistically, I'm giving you 5. So that's 75 work days. We just heard the days on market is what?
25.
25. We're down to 50 work days. How long does it take one to close? I mean, days on market.
45.
30? Let's give it 30.
Yeah.
20.
Yeah, go with it.
20 days to go out and find business if you want. Now, obviously, you're gonna keep it all going and stuff because that's also business is gonna carry into the next year and everything. But for those of you that are looking for Christmas, what are you doing in the next 20 days? And are you guys ready for it? You know, we're talking about, when I said that we're down on closings this week, that really is, you know, we crank through some closings. You guys sell some real estate, so kudos to you. When my day lightens up on reviewing the files, I kind of go, okay, well, what's going on here? Okay. And I look back about that same 25 to 35 days, what was going on about 4 or 5 weeks ago? 5 or 6 weeks ago, interest rates start going up. Inventory's going up, days on market, your calls are starting to say, oh my God, it's been on the market 3 days, I don't have 24 offers yet. I mean, all that kind of stuff, your mindset, right? You guys started going, oh my God, it's getting tough. And we all took this little dip that we're seeing right now on the closings, okay? And you switched it, and now the calls are back up, thank you very much for my weekend. But the calls are back up and the business is going and so the mindset is back, but you need to keep that going because did anything really happen 4 or 5, 6 weeks ago? Or was it the news of something happening 4 or 5 or 6 weeks ago that sent everybody? And your attitudes affected your clients because suddenly your clients are going, oh, maybe I want to hold off just a little bit and see, or your sellers are going, okay, a lot of that is the news. It might be real, it might not be real. But people are still going to buy and sell houses, right? Annie, you on there, Annie? Yeah. Okay. I'm going to tell Annie's story. Annie was had an offer, or oh no, she was writing an offer, talking to another agent or whatever. And this other agent is kind of new, and then Annie said something to her, and she came back with, "Oh, I feel so bad for the people who bought in the last year. That, you know, the prices, what the prices have done, and all this." And Annie stopped her and go, "Wait a second, what are you talking about? People that bought in the last year own real property. They probably got a pretty darn good interest rate. You know, even if something happened in our market in the next 4 or 5 years, they're still on that trajectory where they're still picking up more money, which is certainly a better alternative than somebody renting, right?" And so the positives that she took to where the other agent goes, "Oh my gosh, I've never had anybody tell me the positive sides of this market. I'm kind of new, and this is kind of freaking me out." And she goes into her office, and it's a bunch of new agents, and they're all whining about it. Guys, what's good in our market right now?
More negotiation.
More power.
We got more inventory. Last year, you guys wanted more inventory. Well, there you go, you got it.
Fewer competing offers for buyers.
The rates are great, guys. They're not at 2. 2's not sustainable anyway, right? I mean, banks and investors and everybody have to make some money, so the interest rates, they're certainly not 9, 10, 12 and higher that us old people remember, but you know, at the end of the day, guys, we're still around 5. That's a darn good interest rate. And if you're paying 5% interest and you're only getting 10% appreciation, is that a win? Yeah. That's the news you guys got to be spreading, not whining. And you guys need to buy into it because now is the time. You got 20 days left before Christmas. Spread the love.
Coach Jay, what do you have for us? I'm sure it's gonna be just as profound.
I mean, probably not. Good morning, everybody. That's all I really need. I'm going back. So I was just telling Hannah over here that I'm just gonna walk up here and be like TikTok and just like drop the mic and walk off. That might be a little dark for some people, like TikTok times pressing. Never mind. So here's the conversation that I've had with.
I like how your brain
works.
Okay. It's over my head, fine, keep going.
We'll switch gears. The conversation that I've been having.
I brought up short pants that one day.
The conversation that I've been having with a lot of folks, my coaches, the coaches they work with, the thing that keeps coming up is what is the word of the moment? What's that S word we've all been talking about? Shift, right? But what's the reality of any real estate market? What is it doing?
Always.
It's always shifting, right? I've never seen an absolute static market. Lee, you've been doing this a couple days. You ever seen a static market? It's always moving. It's always moving one way or the other, right? And so if we know that we're always in this place of movement, this place of uncertainty, what is the only thing along the way that we can control? How we react and how we show up. Or I should say, if we show up, how we react to it, right? Because really showing up is not the only thing that matters in this business, but it does mean a whole heck of a lot, okay? And so when you show up, what do? What do we control? Right? We get back to the basics. We get back to the very basic things at the foundation of this business, which is what? Building relationships, right? Building relationships. Like we're having a great class this afternoon, Win with Sellers, okay? This is gonna be a fantastic class to help us get business. Here's the thing, and maybe I'm feeling a little salty. Can I be a little salty? If
What's
you're-
that word?
No swear words, just swear words, just some truth. If your plan is to sit through this class for the next 4 hours, just to hang out, get some CE, maybe get a free lunch, and then not implement anything, don't come. Seriously. It's that time of the market where we get back to basics. We learn the skills, and then we gotta go do something with them. Because without, it's just semantics, folks. It's just conversation, okay? And so, get back to the basics. Make those calls. Follow your schedule. Hold yourself accountable. Build that database. And when the market shifts again, we'll be talking about getting back to basics and learning those skills on. It's a pleasure being in business with you. That's what I got today.
All right. I have an exciting announcement, and then we're gonna have another exciting announcement that Emily's gonna have for us. So who is in command and opportunities regularly? Does anybody notice anything different in buyer opportunities?
But how good is that picture?
So you can now send an earnest request directly through the opportunity. And it's way simpler and it's all designed to integrate a lot faster. So we've been using Earnest since the very beginning of the pandemic, and several of you use it so much that you make us the top office for Earnest in their region in this area. So continue to use that. Look for this. It's just a simple button click. So that's really exciting. And I can't tell you details. I was sworn to secrecy, but I was on a lab call with Ernest and PWRI, and there's some other really exciting things that Ernest is planning in partnership with PW to make your lives easier, not only around Ernest money, but possibly commissions and some other things. So that's as much as I can say. That's really exciting that we can build this partnership, and we were ahead of the curve, which I feel really proud about.
Hey, can I share my experience that I had with Earnest last
Oh,
week?
yes.
So just in case it's rare, but every so often there's a bank that doesn't have the software to integrate with Earnest. So it'll say just verifying bank information. So I had a buyer send his Earnest money the day we went under, and for like 5 days. So like obviously one remaining compliant. So if you get that, it means their bank, whatever credit union or whatever, can't work directly with Earnest. So just heads up in case you see that, and it's out there pending for a couple of days.
Yep. So most banks
It's
do
rare,
partner with them, even most credit unions do, but if it's like, State University of Michigan Credit Union, it might not connect or something, so, okay. Emily, do you wanna come up
Yeah.
and introduce?
Hey, I had to up his offer, guys, but he recommitted. Thanks, comment there. So come up, Sawyer. We've been talking to a bunch of people and looking for an assistant team leader, and came across Sawyer, and we gave him an offer and he accepted.
Yes.
Comes with a lot of great applicable experience that is the focus to help you plug in and have a really big presence in your business. And so he comes with a lot of great experience in that way. We're really excited for him to help implement that stuff. I mean, he is sending me stuff every night. I'm like, yes, and just a minute. Let's get you paid. Let's start paying you before you're spending all this time. So, tell us a little bit about you, just kind of your background.
Yeah, so I'm super excited to be here. Seriously, it's such an opportunity to work with all of you guys, and I'm so excited to meet everyone individually and start to understand your businesses. A little bit about me: I grew up in Utah, down at Linden, so any Utah County folks, if there is any, and then. I see some. I see their own thing. But yeah, so I've been in the tech space and marketing. So I've been at Podium and Divvy, and then have my own little marketing agency, and have always worked really closely with small businesses. So that's my passion, is helping small businesses and business owners market themselves and compete in any market. And so I'm super excited to take that and bring some of my talents, hopefully, to Salt Lake and work really closely with all of you. So. Then about me, I have 2 little kids and a fiance. I get married.
Yeah, raise your hand if you're getting married on Monday.
Yeah, see me around this week, and then I'm going for a week, so I apologize that it's the drop in.
I need to tell me, he's like, it's okay, I'll bring my laptop and there's stuff to work on.
Yeah.
Sorry, honey, I need to work for a second.
Let her sleep in. But yeah, so super excited, and again, I'll probably be reaching out to you guys individually just to start meeting you guys and kind of getting to know you. So super grateful to be here.
Yeah. And he is a real estate agent. He's been licensed not for very long, but
Yeah,
is
still new.
turning deals. So we're excited about having him as part of the team.
And he was at Keller Williams in our Midvale office.
Yeah, that helps. Yeah,
So
so
he's-
I've only been with Keller Williams, so that.
Yeah, Kellerized already, which helps us a lot.
He's got a lot of great, comes with the perspective of, this is what's out there. These are all the different places that I interviewed. These are the things that are great about those places. This is what's great about us. So how can we kind of incorporate it?
You have Justin here, so come on up. Who are you giving the cultural icon to this week?
Giving it to somebody that's helped me out a couple times. I'm sure you know them across the office. They're always really eager, easy to help, positive attitude. Brandon, come on.
Yeah.
All right, and we've got some Interland information today. I don't know, they put a slide up. What do you got for us, Brian?
You guys met our assistant Hannah.
Well, I'm technically the operations manager, but I work very closely with Brandon.
I was kidding. Yeah, right. Not really much going on in the market. Rates are pretty stable. Big news on our end is Loan Depot closed their wholesale doors. Loan Depot was a huge machine. So we're starting to see lenders that used to get where they were getting fat off the hog, and now it's like they're all a bunch of closing doors. So, and we're hiring. So that's a good sign. Freddie Mac came out. They're coming out with a 40-year mortgage. I talked to a few about this.
40?
A 40-year mortgage, due in 30. And I'm sure the interest rate is higher, but that'll be coming out in probably a couple weeks. So we'll have to sit down and reevaluate any clients that are the lower pre-approval amount. With a 40-year, you could probably bump that up quite a bit. Yeah, you'll pay a higher interest rate. You do not want to see the amortization schedule on that one. You'll see your first 10 years, you're making probably cents to your principal. But it gets them in the house, and we can probably do a refi as rates go back down. So it's kind of the market right now, nothing too crazy going on. So, all right, any questions? Mortgage questions?
And you're gonna be here at 2.
At 2.
It's gonna help us on how to get the deals figured out, if something's kind of going awry, what tools we have from the lender side, things like that.
To save your sellers
Your deals
money and save buyers too.
with them myself.
Yep. At 2, yes.
Yes.
Okay, thanks, Brent. Thank you. All right, this is really exciting. We had an interesting month in Salt Lake City. We're gonna do some awards. We had had several of our agents cap, which means that they are enjoying 100% of their commission for the rest of their anniversary year. I do have 2 cap cubes right here. Is there anybody in the room? I think I already gave. What's the other day about one? Okay, so I have capper cubes. You want to come and get your 2022 cubes. So congratulations to our July cappers. And then our first, and there's a lot this month, better than we've had for several months. So we had 7 agents take their first listing with us, which is great. That contributed to our 90 listings for the month. It's good. And we had 5 agents have their first closing, and a couple of these even are in your group, right?
Yeah.
Coach Dave?
3 of them actually, Tony, Danny, and Angela.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So congrats to the.
I forgot, I'm supposed to be at 2.
Yeah, two.
Yeah, sorry, hi, everybody.
Yeah, so if you are a newer agent with us and you haven't had your name up here yet, talk to Coach Dave about how he can help you get into production. That's what we're here to help you do. And then our agents had $1 million month. We have had some really interesting things happening with sales prices. So this point, you can reach this with 2 closings, but
Yeah.
some of these people got up to 1.
Wow. $1 million used to be a lot of money.
I mean, it's still a lot of money, it's just a little easier there for some
Quite
people.
easy, quite easy.
So congratulations, we're at $1 million month.
The thing that always jumps out to me on the $1 million month club is it really is a club. The same folks are doing this month after month after month after month. These folks have figured out something, and ask them what they're doing. Ask them what they're doing.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then home runs, who can remind us, I know it says better, but who can remind us what a home run is?
Who can read that? One listing, 1 contract, and 1 closing a month.
Yes.
Yeah, Gwen.
Yeah.
I can read.
And I have a few people that after this meeting have come up to me like, I did that last month, why isn't my name up there? And usually the reason is.
Ooh, I know, because you didn't put your opportunities in command.
Or you didn't put the opportunity in command when it actually went under contract and we weren't able, we have an interesting system. We close every month. That's a hard close. I cannot go back then and add anything into the previous month. Even if the date on the contract says July, once we do transmittal, I have to enter it. Well, Addison enters it. It has to say August. We just don't have the ability to even backdate it. So if you're interested in knowing a little bit more about how to handle your transactions a lot more smoothly with as much ease as possible, Command really does some cool stuff now. And I know I've been saying that for like 3 years, but it's true now. And I'd love to help you get up to speed on all the cool ways that we can save you time, make it easier for you to submit your files, get paid quickly, that kind of thing. So
One other thing, I think that's her first home run. Sydney's, yeah, she just reset, capped her first year, reset, and started the year with a home run. Pretty proud of that. Pretty proud of that.
all right. So I did a little bit different this month. We've had some really wild percentages on here for some of the people, especially.
Like we don't have 9,000% growth? What?
So I broke this out into individual agents and those agents that are either on teams or in groups. So we'll do that separately now. So our year-over-year growth leaders, so for July, for volume, second place. Third place was a tie of just exactly 100%, meaning they had 0 the year before and had something, even $1. But Ryan Cannon, who also works full-time, had 133% increase. And Annie Trujillo, that is not a typo, actually, and she has good months every month, so that is a huge increase.
Well, and one thing that Annie has done in her business is she has really picked up the price point. Just the price point has gone up.
You know what else she did in the last year? She got leverage.
Oh, that's right, she hired an assistant. That's
Corey
right.
back there in the back does an amazing job for Annie. So, yeah, exactly. All right, for units, Ryan Cannon 200% and Annie. So she did 300% more, which definitely contributed to that almost 600% in volume.
Yes, but 3 times the business, 6 times the volume.
Yep.
So price doubles?
Yeah, which is why we do like to focus on units, right? Because the volume is kind of a windfall. The fact that average sale prices have gone up are a boon to all of you, which is great. And we've still got these agents that are out there doing more units year over year, which is great. For volume year to date, Ian Thomas, kind of quiet guy, doesn't really come in the office that much. I love it when I do get to see him. 277% increase year to date. Hari, 311% increase year to date. And Risa.
Risa!
Year to date volume.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah, you're making more money.
And then for units, Risa and Hari have a 300% increase year to date.
That's what you did.
And Ian Thomas, 400%, yep.
And again, Ian's one of those folks that has a full-time job.
And he comes in and asks me, sometimes it's usually later in the afternoon, and he'll come in and ask me like, hey, can you teach me this new thing? Can you, like, he's constantly committed to honing his skills and growing his business, which is cool to see. Right, and then individual, so these are for teams and groups. So for July volume, Stephanie Grable on the Stern team, 146% increase.
Wonderful.
Tammy, also on the Stern team, 157% increase. And Emily Reed.
So formerly of the Stern team.
210% increase in closed volume for July. All right, and for units, Allie Adams,
Of the Stern team.
150%. Clayton Fulmer,
Of the Stern team.
167%. And Cammy. And I was in with Lee last week, maybe 2 weeks ago now, and Cammy stopped by, and she talked about, you know, how her pipeline had gotten a little light, and so we worked with her to challenge her to really go out there and get business. And so this is after having an amazing July, and it's not even enough for her. She's just gonna go out there and keep pushing. So we're really proud of Cammy and the way she has shown up recently. For year-to-date volume, Clayton, 329%. Cammy, different Cammy, 341%. Cammy with a K. And Elizabeth on 13%, increase. For units, that looks like Clayton, 269%, Cammy, 300%, and Elizabeth, just 1,233% increase.
Again, the way that I read these, like Clayton did almost 3 times as much business, but over 3 times as much volume, right?
Yeah.
County did 3 times as much business, over 3 times as much volume. So that says they're not only doing more deals, they're doing bigger deals.
Yeah. Yep. Right, and now we like to talk about who had the top performance. And we do separate this out, individuals, team agents, and groups. So we'll start with individuals. For listings taken, we had 4 agents tied with 2 each. And again, these names are the ones that are up here just about every month.
Home runs, $1 million months.
And then 3 listings, we had a tie. Sabrina, you gotta step it up. You gotta beat Hilton next time.
Yeah.
And then in first place, Mike Cable had 6 listings.
Wow, silently too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? And for closed volume, Sabrina, just a little over 2 million, good month.
Good job.
Shelly Reynolds, she actually came to me on like August 2nd, and she's like, who's the fastest cap in the history of our office? And I was like, that's gonna take me a little bit. Very well might be her, though she capped in 1 deal immediately after resetting. I was pretty excited about that. And Annie just squeaked by her at 2.7 million closed volume for the month. And what does that look like in terms of units? So quite a few of our agents had 2 closings each. 3 agents with 3 each. And Sabrina and Annie, 4 closings
One
each.
a week. Wow.
Gosh.
Yes. Fantastic.
And and for teams, again, this is 2 producing agents that partner together. So Abode, Burnside team, and the Shannon Day team, all tied for 2 listings each. Really, real estate concierge is Brooke Ewing. Her team's really stepping it up lately for listings.
She's trying to buy a house in Costa Rica.
She's also taking her team to Mega Camp next week, which is really exciting. And then Scott and Kelly have 5 listings taken, no big deal. Close volume, Justin's team, just a little over $1 million. Scott and Kelly, 2 million. And about almost 5 million.
4.4.
Yeah.
Good job.
Rory Cavero's listings is 4.2 though, so when that sells.
Okay, well, we gotta really step it up.
Can't wait.
For closed units, Justin's team had 2. Okay, Scott and Kelly and Cameron's team tied for 3 each, and Abode had 8.
Wow. That's fantastic. Good job. Good job.
Models will do, right?
Yeah, we were, somebody and I were just talking about Abode yesterday, and how when you make the hires according to the model, you hire the right people, you give them the right plan forward, that this is what happens. It just happens.
And Linda was up here last week talking about the shift tactics and leverage.
Yeah.
She really praised her team, so I know she would share the love on that one.
Do you think, like, one of the shift tactics is get real, get right, get with reality? Does it look like Abode is living in reality and finding the opportunities in it?
Yep,
That's what I'd say.
absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, and then groups, the way things work out and people kind of shift between being a team and a group and everything, we've really got one right now.
Yeah.
And so let's just see what those numbers are.
How the Stearns do this one?
Ooh.
23 listings.
And as an office, we had 90, so that's a significant portion.
Yep. significant
Grateful
portion.
for the
Yeah.
work the CERN team does. And for closed volume,
What, 25 million?
it's because I.
20 million, okay.
20 million. And for closed
I mean,
units, any guesses?
I'm gonna say 36.
Woo,
39.
39.
39.
Out of 103, you had 103 closings for the whole office, and they did almost 40% of those, so.
Lee, correct me if I'm wrong. You guys aren't teaching anything more complicated than show up when you commit to, do the things you said you're gonna do, and be accountable to the things you did.
And we use scripts.
And you use scripts. Okay. Yeah.
Yep, absolutely.
I think the results speak for themselves. Great
All
job.
right, and we've got some birthday cake out there today. We're celebrating August birthdays, lots of August babies. And so not congratulations, but happy birthday to everybody. And
Congratulations for being born. You, yay!
I am so glad you were born.
Yes.
And I promise to not sing to you, because I really need it. Just something you should know.
Rachel's name
On
is
September
misspelled,
2nd, you should know that,
but if you read it out,
September 2nd.
Oh, yes, that's AE, sorry about that.
yeah.
We'll fix that. Yes, I won't be here though. I take my birthday off. It's something I promised myself years ago when I stopped working in the service industry and had to work every single holiday weekend. My birthday's always on Labor Day weekend. Anyway,
Okay.
now you know that about me. And then people who have been with Keller Williams, some big anniversaries. Brooke Madsen, 13 years. Lance Helberg, he went to OSU as well, Oregon State, so he and I bonded over that before I even came to this office. And we've got quite a, and then, down to our newbies, Sydney, just hit a year.
Yeah, just hit a
really
year.
excited.
And has a very full pipeline right now. Just blow away.
She's back there at the desk working every
Grinding
single
right
day.
now. Grinding right now.
And then, this is so well earned, we are really proud to be in business with Ryan Cannon. Many of you may not even know him or see him that often. He usually comes in after hours or on the weekends, drops his earnest money off to Addison.
He works the night shift.
Yeah, he works a full-time job and a really important and demanding one. And he's got 3 kids, and we are really just very excited to honor him as our agent of the month. Congrats to Ryan, we'll let him know. And then our rookie of the month is Tony.
Yeah.
brand new licensed agents on, who said, you know, if you come in here and you commit to the work, we will make sure you get a closing within your first 90 days. And Tony is right on track for that. He has been with us just a little over 60 days now, is already under contract on his first listing, and we are.
By sell, actually.
Yeah.
Double sided that one, yeah.
And I had the honor of sitting with him after my agent financials class last week and having a really cool conversation, getting to know him and a little bit about his background and also his vision for the future. And what I can tell you is he has clarity. He has really honed in on what is important, what his why is, which is evident in the way he has shown up. So we're really happy to see him. So we've got some info on the golf tournament. Shaq?
Yeah, sure. September 16th. We can do individual people on each team if we can put enough people together.
Yep.
$400 per team, $100 person. It's gonna be a good time. Same place as last year.
I'm really looking forward to this. This is, oh, go ahead.
Sign up at the front, we don't have very many, so we need people to sign up. And we're asking all of the agents to, if you know a small business owner or frequent a business that will maybe give us a gift card or a gift basket, please do that because we need more gift baskets. My new best friend, Ashley Barkley, just gave me a gift card to Archibald's and a gift card to Dodo. So thank you, Ashley. You're welcome.
It makes the drawing a lot more fun.
And this is
Well,
always one of
some
our
are
biggest
tickets,
fundraisers of the year.
Yeah.
This allows us to support agents in our office who are in need. And also the community partners that we have worked with over the years. Lee?
Chad, have we sent out invitations to both South Valley,
Not yet, but
Midvale, Park City, and Orem?
that's in the plans, yes. That's what we did last year. We kind of let everybody here fill it up, and then if we can't get enough people, then
Sign up as soon as you can.
Yeah.
So this week, we should sign up so we can get it out.
Yes.
today, yeah, please.
Yes. Okay.
And we raised, I think last year was just over 10 grand, so.
Oh, it was more than that because there was like almost that much in cash, not counting the people.
You know
who
what?
paid.
Yeah. we-
There was a
we
freaking
count
ton of
on other
cash.
stuff, too.
Teresa brought me this envelope. She's like, here, you can take this. Sure, it was just stuffed full of cash. It was pretty fun.
That's fun.
And we have Venmo now, which is gonna make it way easier.
That is much easier to
Yeah.
have.
I'm way excited for that.
And then you can't say, oh, sorry, I don't have any cash with me when I ask you to buy tickets.
Alright, so we actually skipped this one because I don't see Linda. She's hiding in the door. They're not here. Okay.
The market has a pulse.
So, all right, we are winding down on our contest, and we do have a couple of really good classes still coming for the month. So yesterday was the absorption rates, and the room was full, and I heard it was an incredible class. So thank you to Ken and the CERN team for taking the time to do that. Today's class, we with sellers. I know it's kind of last minute, but if you know anybody that you think should be in the room. And then Justin's class is next Thursday. It's the fourth Thursday of every month. What's the topic this month, Justin?
Development Boyd will be here.
Great, okay. Anytime you have a chance to be in the room with Boyd, absolutely take it. And if there's anybody you know that is interested in that, invite them. And then Mega Camp is next week. Emily is gonna go, Sean is gonna go. We've got almost more agents than anybody else in the region. The South Ogden office just squeaked by us, and I'd love to beat them. If anybody else wants to sign up last minute and go to Mega Camp, it's gonna be a really fun
That
time.
would be Mark. I feel like you committed. Where is he?
Yep.
Did he leave? I got my ticket and my flight today.
So it's definitely
There's
still
just like
possible.
a couple
Yep.
hotel rooms, and I know I have a couple people that are open to sharing, so if you wanna go last minute. let me know.
And we will be running it here, the virtual version will be here, maybe not in this room because we've got some conflicts, but either the boardroom or here depending. So you can invite people to that as well. We do breakfast and like lunch so that people can grab bites and watch.
Now, does that cost money?
The virtual, so if you don't wanna pay for your own registration, no, you can come and watch, the one we'll be running. You can purchase your own virtual registration, and then you have access for 60 days. To all the
Down,
recordings.
down low,
Okay, yeah.
that's hard. Not supposed to share like that, but that's okay.
All right, training calendar, Mike, what do we have?
Yeah, so right after this, today we've got the win with sellers. So Emily, give us 2 reasons why they should be there today.
Tools to take away to get listing leads, get sellers, and tools to save the deals. Just go through and close it, bulletproof it.
Yeah, market, I mean, we've talked about it, right? It's changed a bit, right? So use the new tools or tools that are gonna help you get to where you wanna go in that changing market. We've got donuts with broker Dave. Where's Lynette? So I was hoping to catch broker Dave. You and I were talking about donuts. What are they gonna get out of that session with broker
Just be
Dave?
able to meet him and talk to him, ask him questions.
Yeah, he's really not as frightful as,
He's not, he's a great guy.
yeah.
Although we changed the name, so if anybody has a better name for this, we're gonna be holding it monthly for new agents.
I said ding dongs with Dave. It truly did not fly over well. And then we got social media with Kimber. Again, this is.
Kimber, is she out there?
She was. There's so many ways for you guys to drive your business, right? In social media, we all connect with it, most of us do at least. Show up to that one. We've got our ALC meeting on Thursday, and then next week with Scott Literary Marketing, listings and landing pages. So
An ALC meeting, you are all welcome to come and sit in and observe the meeting. That is your voice in the market center. The ALC, it's kind of like the board of directors, they vote on the matters that impact you as agents. So if you're curious about how that works, you're welcome to come in and sit and watch us have an ALC meeting.
yeah. Last thing is, and thank you for Lee for bringing this just as a suggestion, but I'll get with Lynette. Either next week or most likely the week after, we're gonna hold a training here to get Stern Team Open House certified, okay? So if you've done open houses with us and you shouted myself or another one of my top agents on my team, you can come if you want, it's not necessary. But if we have not done that yet, we have tons of open houses. We have how many this week? Like 9
I
or
still
10?
have 4 unfilled, I don't know.
Yeah, so thank you in advance for those who are gonna do it.
3 of those are grants.
So you know you're gonna have good showing there, but we wanna make sure that our systems are followed right. You guys are set up for success. So I'll get that on the calendar either next week or the week after. Be on the lookout for that.
Great.
Okay, yes?
I'll just point out since Kimber's not here. My understanding is the class tomorrow, she's gonna be, tomorrow, she's gonna be talking about opportunity checklist in command. So she'll be helping you guys set that up, workshop and bulletproofing the transaction part of it, organizing it, so.
Great.
So aren't we supposed to tomorrow, Phoenix, bring our laptops to that class?
Always,
Okay.
every time. And you just said bulletproof your transaction, that's shift tactic, I think 11 or 12, right? And it's right in line with what we're going through right now, so be here.
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right. Wants and needs. So I know there's